Funding for this program is made possible by listeners like you and the following sponsors. Zero Mile presents Still Post at the Eastern on Sunday, July 26th at 8 p.m. Part of the Reggae Against Racism tour, Still Post returns to Atlanta with original wailers featuring Al Anderson. For ticketing information, the website is easternatl.com. Funding for this program is made possible by listeners like you and the following sponsors. Zero Mile presents Still Post at the Eastern on Sunday, July 26th at 8 p.m. Part of the Reggae Against Racism tour, Still Post returns to Atlanta with original wailers featuring Al Anderson. For ticketing information, the website is easternatl.com.
I can see hydrants running. I can hear the elders sing. These are the days for which we've been praying. 7 miles of black starliners coming in the harbor. 7 miles of black starliners coming in the harbor. It's repatriation, black liberation. Yes, the time has come. Black man, we're going home. 7 miles of black starliners coming in the harbor. 7 miles of black starliners coming in the harbor. I can see them coming. I can see hydrants running. I can hear the elders sing. These are the days for which we've been praying. 7 miles of black starliners coming the harbor. 7 miles of black starliners coming in the harbor. Marcus Garvey told us freedom is ours. He told us that the black starliners are coming one day for us. 7 miles of black starliners coming in the harbor. 7 miles of black starliners coming in the harbor. 7 miles of black starliners. 7 miles of black starliners. 7 miles of black starliners coming, 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 coming. For I and I, for I and I, for I and I and
This one is a warning, 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 warning. A warning, 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 warning. Watch the language that you use. Ensure a comprehension with the words them that you choose. Simplify your statement or attention you will lose unless you are intentionally trying to confuse. Cause I refuse to sit back and watch you hold the people down, putting in your top positions while the rest of them are drowned. Cause in the sentence of creation, all you are is just a noun. The verbs, action, words that put the power to the sound. And that's way beyond profound. When the wealth is for the few, they feel that there is no one they should have to answer to. So the things that they will say are not the things that they will do. Cause even after all the talk, the people still don't have a clue. But at least this much is true, information is the key. Yes, knowledge is the only way the people will be free. So it isn't just a choice, it's a responsibility to keep aware so you can judge if what they say is what you see. Cause this one is a warning, 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 warning. A warning, warning, warning. Warning, warning, warning. Yes, this one is a warning, 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 warning. A warning, 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 warning. Oh, 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 the language that them use. Make sure you're comprehending all the words where them are choose. Learn to simplify their statements and to analyze the clues. As it seems they are intentionally trying to confuse. So refuse causes ignorance or hold the people down. Just reach the word enlightenment and you can never drown. In the question of creation, you are greater than the known. In the verb, action word that put the power to the sound. Cause you could burn this to the ground when the wealth is for the few. They feel that there is no one they should have to answer to. But they fear they're not aware of what the youths them plan to do. Rising up for people's army out of every ghetto crew. Unite the people with the true information is the key. Yes, knowledge is the only way the people will be free. So it isn't just a choice, it's a responsibility to keep aware so you can judge if what they say is what you see. Cause this one is a warning, 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 warning. A warning, warning, warning. Warning, warning, warning. Yes, this one is a warning, 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 warning. A warning, 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 warning. Yes, this one is a warning.
Hi, 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 hi. Whoa, whoa, oh gosh, yeah. We are hardcore steppers just coming through town. Them say that them a bad boy, but them can't throw we down. Because them humble, them can't take for high crown. Send for us the boys will bring the earth by the pound. In these perilous days, it's different from the days of old. These generations of vipers are moving out of control. From the heathen, we have to take where ourselves. Can't mix we up in a them loose argument. Rasta serious, and we not take no check. Check with bunks, boy. Mind we stepping on your chest. Here Rastafari and gain progress. Stop from living your life in a mess. Emperor Selassie is the highest. Self-reliance is the best only. As a soldier, we have to defend we own. We not go follow them and run go get on patrol because Macaros, him a wait on them soul. Rasta is the half that has never been told. From the burning of the bridge to the rising of the sun. Who is there to compare to Jah? There is none. The moment of truth and love. From the heathen, we have to take where ourselves. Can't mix we up in a them loose argument. Rasta serious, and we not take no check. Check with bunks, boy. Mind we stepping on your chest. Here Rastafari and gain progress. Stop from living your life in a mess. Emperor Selassie is the highest. Self-reliance is the best only. As a soldier, we have to defend we own. We not go follow them and run go get on patrol because Macaros, him a wait on them soul. Rasta is the half that has never been told. From the burning of the bridge to the rising of the sun. Who is there to compare to Jah? There is none. The moment of truth and love. From the heathen, we have to take where ourselves. Can't mix we up in a them loose argument. Rasta serious, and we not take no check. Check with bunks, boy. Mind we stepping on your chest. Here Rastafari and gain progress. Stop from living your life in a mess. Emperor Selassie is the highest. Self-reliance is the best only. We are hardcore steppers just coming through town. Them say that them a bad boy, but them can't throw we down. Because them humble, them can't take part I cry.
We'll pour to the creative spirit the great Ashe, out of which we all emerge. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour to that creative spirit by whatever name we know it, whatever name you hold in your heart, in your mind, whatever name your ancestors gave, whatever name you learned as a child, whatever name you believe it to be, whatever name you believe it to be in spirit or in science. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour to the first human beings who came into existence on this planet, the first human beings who raised the first structures, who cooked the first meals, who taught the first children, who had the first children, the first Africans, the first people, who stood upright, who walked, who figured out how to stay on this planet, who figured out how to pass that knowledge on to their children and their children's children, the mothers and fathers of civilization. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour the next libation to their grandchildren, their children's children, those who raised the great early civilizations of Kemet and Kush and Monomotapa, the great medieval civilizations of Ghana and Mali and Songhai and Kanem Bornu. We pour to those who raised the great civilizations of the Igbo people and the Hausa people and the Kikongo people and the Mabara people, the great Mande civilizations, the great Kikongo, the great civilizations of Southern Africa, the Bantu people, the great civilizations of Southeast Africa, the Dinka, the Shilluk, the Noor. We pour to those millions who raised the foundations from which the world would learn what it meant to be human in the world. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour to their children who were upon the arrival on the shores of people they had never seen before, found themselves captured and marched overland, found themselves perishing by the millions before they were held on the holding cells and the open air pens on the coast of West, Central, Southern, and East Africa. We pour to the ancestors who did not know as they were stripped of all clothing and sent denuded into boats, packed like animals, and strewn their bones across the floor of the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean. We pour to them who in the last moment on Africa grabbed the sand and grabbed the dirt and put it in their mouths and understood that the only thing they might have to preserve their place in that continent was their memory of that place and their ability to pass it on to their children. We pour to them. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour to those Africans and their children who finding themselves cast adrift in Santiago, Cuba, who found themselves cast adrift in Porto, Spain, Trinidad, and Port-au-Prince, Haiti, who found themselves cast adrift in New Orleans and Charleston and Mobile, who found themselves cast adrift in Salvador, Bahia, who found themselves cast adrift in Barbados and the archipelago that formed the wayward and the windward coast. We found them in these places learning Portuguese and Spanish and French, whose often first words was, "Oh my God," "Oh Madre de Dios," who found themselves praying to survive and pass on to their children the memories. We pour to those ancestors who are represented in the thousands buried in all the square miles of where we stand, and who sit here buried before us in 400 caskets forged of wood from West Africa with Adinkra symbols. Each one of them, each woman, man, and child, symbolic of millions. The children of those who could not be killed, we pour Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour to their children who somehow survived the hells of enslavement and fought for emancipation in the Caribbean, the French, British, Dutch Caribbean, who fought for emancipation in South America, who fought for emancipation in Central America, who fought the struggles we refer to as the Civil War in the United States, who came out of that, marched out of enslavement through Reconstruction, and found themselves making great migrations, eventually ending up in places like New York. Their children's children, who making a way for themselves, became our great-great-grandparents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our parents. Those who, when the first bones were discovered in this space, held their hands and said, "Stop, no more." We are here to speak for those who can no longer speak with their mouths. We pour for those ancestors, some of whom came to Howard University in 2004 and followed these caskets all the way back to New York. The ones whose names we know and the ones whose names we don't. And at this moment, as we pour this libation, I would ask anyone who feels comfortable to say the name of someone in your bloodline who is no longer physically here, but who you know made it possible for you to be here. Go ahead, let's hear the name.
Can't understand how I'm giving. Can't understand how I'm cool.
We pour to the names that we hold collectively. Ganga Zumba in Brazil. Toussaint Louverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and Henri Christophe in Haiti. We pour to the great Avengers, Nanny of the Maroons of Jamaica. We pour to the great ancestors, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass. Say the names that you study. Who are the names of the ancestors that you have come to hold in your heart and your mind as you hope that you can do what they did for us, for your children and children's children? Let's say some of those famous names. Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, John Henry Clark, John T. Jackson, Jacob Carruthers. And finally, two final libations. We pour to those who make it possible for us to do what we do. We pour to these rangers who stand guardian over this sacred space. We pour to these Africans and these folks who have come from Howard University, the staff, the faculty, the administrators who brought us here today to bear witness. This is not a libation, but an affirmation, because their hearts still beat, their tongues still speak, their minds still think, and their minds still wish the best for us. We pour for all of those people who surrounded us on this journey today and made it possible for us to be here. We pour this affirmation of thanks, Ashe.
Ashe.
And finally, we pour to your children's children's children who will one day stand on this space and speak your name. Ashe.
Ashe.
Now you been giddy that chant one song and it sound like 1,000 lion a roar. And Empress men say, "Well done, my child, you make the journey over Jordan, sure, hallelujah." But me no know if me sight love before, like when me see Queen Mother Moore. And Sister Courage did the giggle and I laugh. It was what to see on the dance floor. And say, "Mama, come home now. Come home now. Come home. Come home. Mama, come home now. Come home now. Come now. Yeah. Now, yeah. Come on home." Yeah. It was an ancestral gathering. Ready, motto. We no need not a gathering, not a gathering. It was a royal welcome. Kazim Zuri. Well done, well done, well done, well done. There was a gathering in the highly high spirit. Between and narrate up man did the race. The best of them. When round the corner come Sojourner Truth say, come now. We have to welcome one of the best. The best in the west. As early morning on the highway, Mr. Courage did not take off she flesh. She fight the battle and she win the war. And who just curse me say no man bless. So mama come home, mama come home now. Come home, mama come home, mama come home, yeah, come home, because are you the chant the reparation song? You burn the fire sky wide in Atlanta town. When the fire start, no one no simmer you down. And you're dead there when the love beat up, play hit round. You tell the crowd of people all the time, unity, give way power, feel flex. UNIT, why you really? When the Queen Mother say without success, so we don't have no success. Ancestral teachings are the best. We did a chant, Aya Bingy a night. Champion truths and rights. Love and the light. None of the warriors have to guess if you fight. So we have to give thanks for your life. Mama come home, mama come home. Yeah, come home. Come home. Mama come home, mama come home. Yeah, come home. Come home. We have a idol feast, we no yam, no junk, and a thunder choir. We no raise no punk. It is a mountain river, we no need no pump. We see the water from the calabash, elephant trunk, and we conquer Rome. We no have no vice, we fling on the stone, cause we pay the price. You represent for the youth and set them words sound free. So your name have to write in a high story. Come on, history now. Come on home, mama, mama, come home. Come home. We Naya Bingy did a chant one song and it sound like 1,000 lions are roared. And impressed men and said, welcome me child, you make the journey. You are Jordan Shore. Queen of Queens and City. But me not know if me see love before. Like when me sight Queen Mother Moore. Sister Courage did a giggle same way. It was what to say on the dance floor. Mama come home, mama come home. Come home. Come home, mama come home, mama come home, yeah. Come home, come home.
Used to call satchel.
What was all this?
Ammunition.
Why were you so armed?
Because we was afraid the police would stop him from coming again.
Okay.
And we wanted to protect him. And so we went. 3,500 people was in that hall. And so when Garvey came, we applauded very much. And he said, my friends, I want to apologize for not speaking to you last night. But the reason I didn't speak to you is because the mayor permitted himself to be used as a stooge by the police department to prevent me from speaking to you. And when he said that, the police jumped up and said, I'll run you in. And when the police did that, everybody jumped up on the benches. We had benches then. And took out their guns straight up. The guns were straight up in the air. Speak, Garvey, speak. And Garvey said, and as I was saying, and he went and repeated himself. And the police filed out of there like little puppy dogs with their little tails between their legs and filed out of the hall.
Come home now, Will. Come home. A Queen Annie was there. And Amy Garvey was there. Yeah. Lil Bobby Hutton was there, right there. And Steve Biko was there. This is a roll call. A Sister Puma was there. And John Africa was right there. Yeah. And Peter Tosh did a string him guitar, roots music in the atmosphere.
Speak, Garvey, speak. Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. You tune into the ancestral rock. You tune into yourself. It's a special time. It's a special time of the year, and we want to make that clear from the jump. This ain't no regular programming. We could say there's really never any regular programming up here. And that's what makes this time so special, reciprocation time. Because there are producer upon producer upon producer that come and give their whole heart and soul on a weekly basis to this radio station, and therefore really to the people that listen to the radio station. We don't be playing for the walls. It's time to reciprocate, and the way you can do that during this summer fun drive is to pick up your phone and call 404-523-8989. I was scheduled to have a portion of people in here in the studio with me. I think the beautiful weather got them, or maybe traffic outside, I don't know. But I'm here, and you want to keep me busy answering the phone. 404-523-8989 is the number. For you to call in and make your pledge of support. We have a goal, $40,000 during this fund drive. That's not a lot of money. You can raise that in half a day. You can raise that in half an hour with the right narrative. But let me tell you this. The reason that you've been enjoying this station for 53 years, maybe some of y'all for 2 or 3 years, maybe more of you for even 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe you're just passing through and you felt the vibe and you're like, what is that? That's FM radio? The reason for all of that is because we are uncensored for reason, as my brother Iras and I would say. Big up yourself, princess of the posse, same way. We're untouched by the sweaty, nasty, dirty, perverted hand of commercialism, commercial corporate greed. You pay the bills, and so we say what you want us to say. We say what you need us to say. You know who paid the piper call that tune, right? Underneath Sly and Robbie, both of them now on a journey to their ancestral station, the musical disc called Taxi. Big rhythm. We just heard a tribute to Mama Injeri Algani, whose birthday was yesterday. Radio Free Griot. Sister Courage. What Good is a Song in Cobra. My favorite memory of Mama Injeri, and I have so many. It was one day right before I went to start teaching at Frederick Douglass High School. She had her office in the Dunbar Center then. And she found out I was going to teach English. She went into her desk and pulled out this serious grammar book, and told me, make sure I take care of the babies. Doing my best to keep my word. Mama Courage, we love you. Special request to Mama Chaiko Kwayana as well, born on the same day. A couple decades before, but same way. This is the womb that bore me. One who seeks the truth. And that's what we're here for today, some truth seeking and truth speaking. More love and more light. Generating plenty joy. And the way we can do all of that, you can keep me off the microphone. It's the call of 404-523-8989. Regardless of the reality of the financial times and all of that, there are some things that take priority, especially those things that keep you up to date and up on game, even how to navigate the madness. We have special guests scheduled today that are going to do just that, as they always do. So help us reach our 40,000 goal. You know we can do that today, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all really do know that. You know how rumor spread virally. You know, all the stores close off or markets, shelves get bare within 2 hours when somebody who the store is in cahoots with on the Weather Channel tell you that a storm is coming. Well, I want to tell you that the storm is here. And it's a beautiful storm. This is the whirlwind of Marcus Messiah Garvey. You hear Queen Mother Moore say, "Speak, Garvey, speak." It's a liberating storm. The change that brings plenty beautiful things into the reality. And our opportunity is here to finance our own liberation. Stay tuned to yourself.
Black man supremacy. Oi, Selassie, I will take. Hey, these are the trumpets, the sound. Hey, watch over us. Emperor Selassie, hide them your road, rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home, even through them your gnashing of teeth. Hey, guide over us. Holy Emmanuel, our Isis and knees could never get weak. I know it is a must for us to make it home. To them you're gnashing of teeth. These are those who constantly they have been placing the rocks on the traps, leaving their snares laying. And then wish we all of them hate to be falling. Yet in them face the witness die uprising. Feeling high, making it onto my way. No apology, fire on them every day. Conspiracy leads the game you play. Now the fall on the knees without my say. Guide over us. Holy Emmanuel, I eat it a road, rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home, even through them you're gnashing of teeth. You're guide over us. Emperor Selassie, Isis and knees could never get weak. I know it is a must for us to make it home, even through them you're gnashing of teeth. Them for know from the mountain and the valleys. Just tell me so I run both river banks. Within life you've got the valleys, yeah. Here is the Rasta youth wise giving thanks. Hey, Judge, I give my man strength. Working for you makes no sense. You could never put a dime in my pocket. King Selassie on the front line, so watch this. Guide over us. Emperor Selassie, I them your road, rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home, even through them you're gnashing of teeth. Hey, guide over us, only Emmanuel, I go through rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home, through them you're gnashing of teeth. Them high statistics and economics, and them going so kinky. Me drop in me Rasta man song, me bing the drum, me calabash chalice and Babylon so me crazy, giving praises. Now you bring the ISIS, our business. Me no join them slavery, judge and them burn them rich, fighting me big. Well you don't know I swim across to my victory. Judge a guide over us. Emperor Selassie, I them a road rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home. To them you're gnashing of teeth. I tell you go and protect us. Holy Emmanuel, I knees could never get weak. I know it is a must. Oh, for us to make it home. To them you're gnashing of teeth. These are those who constantly they have been placing the rocks on the traps, leaving their snares laying. And then wish we hard through them hate before me. Yet in them face the witness die uprising. Feeling high, making it onto my way. No apology, fire burn, high society. Every day, conspiracy, lead the game they play. Now the fall, underneath without my
You can join her, you can join her and do the same thing. 404-523-8989 is the number. 404-523-8989 is the number. More music. More music. You're in the sound of midnight. To the hard way. We just heard Sizzla Kalonji. Now listen to me. Alan, pull it, Mr. Selector, because that's a serious message coming from midnight. I want to big up Brother Vaughn out there at the Home Depot. I met him today. Coming out of St. Thomas, for the rock. Help yourself, Natty. We're in the same boat, yo. We're in the same boat.
Let's try to see in the same boat we in the same boat, in the same boat we, in the same boat we. Let's try to see we in the same boat we. When they ask about logistics, then it's budgetary transgression. Admit how the picture on the wall lopsided is. Jah know nothing not straight yet. Yeah, think what could be done for infrastructural positives if we could have on for all them revenue.
89.3 FM.
If it reach back to all landside.
With the spirit of prophecy, our brother Akai Becca.
Its resources without all kind of deviate and half track and
we're in the same boat, you know.
manship a play out.
Shout out to the ones looking at us on Facebook and YouTube.
Of living,
There's a little bit of a mix up there. We're gonna make it up to you, you know.
when Ballman they are put on a clinic, strategizing minutia down to specifics. Sisters in a boardroom, in a business, micromanaging revenues which are gigantic. I wonder that more turn to beneficial practices. They are no about continuity and persist. It's this kind of thing to be careful with. These kind of things to be careful with. In the same boat we, in the same boat we, in the same boat we. Let's try to see we in the same boat we Milky Way galaxy in the same barge we in
The same barge we
in the embark we in the same boat we in the same boat in the same boat we yeah we in the same boat yeah.
Jah live, you know. Selassie.
To sing out with an hygiene song, to introspect from humane reasons.
Yeah.
After all is said and all is done, same I one, same world reaction to hate and to love, same I one. Make them see it when the lion of they fly up in a dove, seeking balance. Same I one,
There's a natural mystic in the earth, that's what they really don't know. Spiritual uprising in the people with a burning glow. Confidence in the victory over evil in the Samagidian. It's a cold world, but the old world of a witness Africa redemption.
After all is said and all is done, same I one, same world reaction to hate and to love, same I one. Make them see it when the lion of they fly up in a dove, seeking balance. Same I one, I one. This is a highly salutation to all the world nation. Feel the fear overstand, seem on the brink of devastation. World need redemption, a sound mediation, medication, mediation. We bring more balance, stance, unrest in all the lands. Before nuclear pretense was nuclear aspiration. The root of the thought as a method of deterrence, but with adverse results that it encourage all the strong. And the positive and the negative and the neutral march along. And the one thread of humanity ran through everyone. World needs some conscience to be fair to woman. Just watch your family and regard them as one. See my one. See my one. See my one. Hey.
Oppressing the poor, we can't take it no more. I am sure that unity will bring us back to the core like before, when we were one, like the sea and the shore. What is yours is not for me, I got my own to adore. Where's the love in the tone? Where's the joy in the throne? You're a king, where's the crown? Every word carries on.
You want to see the world, watch our nation play. Little boy, you tell what diplomacy say. Look out, 70,000 gymnasts in a symmetrical set. Let's encourage youth been working on their identity. Like a drop in on the flow of the ocean. Stay this way. Stay as one. Seeking balance. See my one. I wanna think of everything you hold in a sentimentality. On your love and caring on your frequency. Get together and provide for our banquet. Make them austerity measures find a leniency. As we gather in the mass of people in the ghetto plenty. When they find reasonable measure with the aristocracy. As one, we stay as one.
I want to thank Sister April Taylor for her pledge.
All this done, same I one.
A fellow air shifter at that.
Same I one.
That make it even more special, you know.
Them see it when the lion of they fly up in a dome.
You tune into the Ancestral Rock on your station for progressive information.
Same I one.
Let's make our 40K. Let's make our 40K this day, y'all. 89.3 FM, WRFG Atlanta, your station for progressive information and hand-picked quality music. We got some special vibes happening. We got some special vibes happening that are coming forward at 3 p.m. We have a special guest, and I don't want to say too much. I just do want to say that, you know, Atlanta is one of those places that has been a repository of Black culture for enough time. And it's a beautiful thing when generation after generation take hold of that that legacy and really run with it, you know. Culture, as Mama Marimba Ani said, is our immune system. Culture is a people's immune system, you know. And so we want to big up all the friends and the family who are doing their thing. We have brother who is the producer and choreographer of Cinderella Enchanted coming forward in the second hour, as well as our brother Artemis Jenkins. Both of them have some great gifts for us, and you have a great gift for yourself in the form of your pledge, in the form of your activated pledge, your fulfilled pledge. If you make a credit card pledge right now, we have some gifts for you. Let me read out the gifts before I play this next tune. For our $50 pledge, we have a tote bag, a WRFG tote bag, the black and white logo. For the $89.30 category, we have the WRFG trucker hat, black and white with the black logo. For the $100 level, we have a t-shirt, a white logo on soft poly cotton blend. You choose the size and the color. These are immediately being ordered after the fund drive to accommodate your request. Or also, for the $100 level, you can choose to get a WRFG wavy t-shirt, 100% cotton. For the $125 level, WRFG 32-ounce water bottle, which is going to do you very well. They say El Nino is upon us again, which could provide two extreme things. A lot of drought, extreme heat, and then also rain, plenty rain. You know? Seems like Atlanta is in the rain pattern, but we don't know. Regardless, you gotta hydrate yourself all day and think about your favorite radio station. And those are just some of the incentives that we are offering here at the station. Of course, you know the biggest incentive is the radio itself. This is the vibe that keeps us going. This is the vibe that keeps us informed. And we're grateful for that. We're grateful for the opportunity to be standing in the gap to keep our people informed. Listen, music.
All my brothers are gone. Where are all the Rastaman that used to be down here in Babylon? Where are all the Rastaman?
Cheers! I'll put it in my selection.
All my brothers are gone.
Conquering on to conquer them, they are still, you know.
Where are all the Rastaman that used to be down here in Babylon? Where are all the Rastaman that used to beat their drums? Oh yeah. Where are all the Rastaman that even used to till the soil and preach to us for a while? Down here in Babylon. Where are all the Rastaman that used to walk the woods and have a little talk now and then, even as we should? Oh yeah. Where are all the Rastaman that used to build our schools and teach children rights? Down here in Babylon. children rights down here in Babylon, where are the Rastaman that used to stand upright with their staff in their hands, preaching to the leaders. Where are the Rastaman that used to till the soil and feed our nation, Lord, down here in Babylon, and teach the children rights down here in Babylon. And lead our nation, Lord, down here in Babylon.
That was that. This is this. This is another musical disc to make it bounce and twist.
Just like the rising morning sun on a lovely day, my thought of you has just begun. Never fade away. There's no space for anything, only me and you, and the joy my poor heart brings. I know it will be true. Cha 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 chihuahua. On a lovely day, cha 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 chihuahua. And when I think of you sometimes on a lovely day, I wish the memories in my mind never fade away. And if I say I love you now, know it will be true. Let's start a brand new world and let it grow for me and you. Cha 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 chiho on a lovely day. Cha 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 chiho, never fade away. Whoa. I think of you sometimes on a lovely day. I wish the memories in my mind never fade away. If I say I love you now, know it will be true. Let's start a brand new world and let it grow for me and you. Cha 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 chiwo on a lovely day. Cha 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 chiwo, hope it never fade away. Like the rising morning sun on a lovely day. My thought of you has just begun, never fade away. There's no space for anything, only me and you, and the joy my poor road brings. I know it will be true, yeah. On a lovely day, I hope it never fades.
Musical disc called Lovely Day. We have to play that one again, you know. Barry Hammond hits the spot every time. And like I said, we have special guests in the building. It's a lovely day. As my big brother Wanik would say, and the weather's nice.
Just like the rising morning sun on a lovely day. My thought of you has just begun. Never fade away. There's no space for anything. Only me and you.
I pray you're enjoying this lovely day out there. Shout out to all the family around Atlanta area.
I know it will be.
East, west, north, and south. Talking about Decatur, where it's greater in the Stone Mountain, West End, Lithonia, South Fulton, Douglasville, East Side, West Side.
Sometimes on a lovely day.
Up north and down south, you know. Spread the love, y'all. That's the key word in lovely day.
And if I say I love you now, know it will be true. Let's start a brand new world and let it grow for me and you. Cha-cha-cha-chi-oh. On a lovely day. Cha-cha-cha-chi-oh. Never fade away. Whoa. On a lovely day.
We are in Atlanta.
And when I think of you sometimes on a lovely day, I wish the memories in my mind would never fade away. If I say I love you,
the memories don't leave like people do, you know. 404-523-8989. We'll bring that forward in another time. This is WRFG Atlanta. We're grateful to be here with you today on this ancestral rock. I see the sun peeking out of our window in Little 5 Points. It was a overcast day earlier, and you know, as a farmer, we love that. You know, because the rain, the tefnut brings a lot to the soil, and when the lightning flash, which brings nitrogen to the soil, and the thunder roll, which expands the consciousness of the plants, we know that borrowing and taking a cue from our Saint Carver, Nana George Washington Carver, it does the same for our human family. So the thing about it is, there's an imperative on the land for us to be in harmony with nature, to be in harmony with our mother. And that's what we're all about here at the Ancestral Rock. We're going to play this announcement and then come forward with very special guests in the building. Stay tuned.
It's made possible by listeners like you and the following sponsors. 0 Mile presents Still Post at the Eastern on Sunday, July 26th at 8 p.m. Part of the Reggae Against Racism tour, Still Post returns to Atlanta with original wailers featuring Al Anderson. For ticketing information, the website is easternatl.com.
Funding for this program is brought to you by listeners like you and the following sponsor, Radio Free Java, featuring organic fair trade coffee and matcha tea, inspired by the spirit of community radio. More information at wrfg.org. A portion of the proceeds helps support WRFG, your station for progressive information and hand-picked quality music.
Snap, crackle, pop, and a wee card drop. Aibobo. This one going out to our family from Haiti. Always showing up and showing out, you know.
Here till you going and no one seem to care.
I'm come and make a statement, man.
Neighbors beware.
A statement that cannot be ignored. Alan Pulit Mutabaruka. Haiti will rise again.
Here till you going and no one seem to care. Here till you going, neighbors beware. The poverty and death that haunts every day. The boat that leaves to the USA. You're paying for the Africanness you still keep. You're paying, bookman is not asleep. You gave us 80 the strength to fight. Black people in the Caribbean, I say unite. Break the chains that keep us apart. 80 suffers because it made us start. 80, you have the will. 80, Africa calls you still. Too black, too strong, you have to pay. Blacker than night, never seen the day. But too black is always the reason for your pain. But your fight for freedom will not be in vain. Eighty, you're going and no one seem to care. 80 now, but neighbors beware.
80 now, but neighbors beware. And we're seeing it, you know, this song interestingly came out years ago. I mean, decades ago. And at the time, Muta was speaking to the reality that we're now seeing with CARICOM. We're seeing a lot of bowing and scraping. We're seeing countries who have benefited from the love. Like, you know, we say love is an action verb, the love of a true friend. And we're talking about Cuba. Just completely betray and turn their back on this true friend under pressure. You know, this is what we're seeing. And we're also seeing some beautiful things happen. And I'm talking about beyond the lagoons and the beauty of the Caribbean Sea. We're seeing some beautiful things happening in the world. And that's what we're here about. We're here to highlight those beautiful things. Beautiful people doing beautiful things, because this is what makes the world go around. So as much as there is a lot to speak of, and there's a time for that, because, you know, it's liberation through purification. And purification is a process that involves fire. So at times, you have to put things to the fire just so that things can be renewed, you know. We have all this talk about a new world unfolding, and I'm one of those who you'll hear that talk from. And we realize that, you know, for something to become new, the old has to go away. So we're grateful for y'all being here this afternoon with us. We're grateful for all the family who is here. In the studio, we have someone special. We have two special people. I want to thank Sister Dorinda for coming through as a volunteer and helping us to answer the phone. That means that even while we're getting ready to do this interview, even while we're doing the interview, you can still call. You don't have to feel like you're interrupting us and you got to wait. Join the folks who have already called with their pledge, and let's continue to uplift community radio. Because with all of that we just mentioned, with everything we said in terms of all the shenanigans, and we didn't mention too much, but you can use your imagination. It doesn't take too much. All that's been happening in the world. For 53 years, this radio station has been here, broadcasting nonstop and not taking a dime from the corporation. That's why we can sit here and talk about Haiti rising again in the afternoon. That's why we can have the cast from, or a special part of the production, producer, choreographer from Cinderella Enchanted with us. That's why we can talk about, we can play Dr. John Henry Clark, and we can play all the music that we play, and we can start our show off as our sister called and thanked us for with Dr. Carr during the libation of the African burial ground. A reminder, a constant reminder that the wealth, the physical, material wealth of this country, literally and figuratively, is on the bones of African people. That's where that African burial ground on Wall Street, and that's where that libation was done. But without any further ado, because time is a thing, want to welcome Brother Jewel Lane to the studio. I'm reading a little bit of his bio. We're going to let the conversation be the bio. because we'd be here all afternoon reading this bio, brother. I'm seeing, as I just mentioned, he is director and choreographer of Cinderella Enchanted, a very beautiful production. I was there in the audience. I got to see it myself. Wonderful. I would love to go and see it again, as a matter of fact, before it goes. And my daughter Ina is a part of that production, actually, and she asked her grandfather if he wanted to go, and he said he does. So we're going to see what we can do about that. But beyond that, it jumped out at me that you were a part of the Tri-Cities alumni, which is a special group of people who came through that school that just keep on putting a mark on the world, not just Atlanta. And also YEA, Freddie Hendrix. I didn't know that. Okay. I can see him right now. I got chills. I can see him. I can see his face right now. At one of the last times I seen him, it was at a show off of Memorial Drive. It was a theater off of Memorial Drive, kind of like what they call East Atlanta Village now.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, welcome to the studio, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming.
Sure, and thank you for the kind words, and thank you for your daughter Ina, who is the associate choreographer. She's doing some amazing work.
Yeah, she truly is. Yeah, man. So I want to talk about this program from a few levels. I remember when I was getting ready for the show today, and I'm just making the statement that Cinderella, I just call it the Black Cinderella.
Absolutely.
It takes you to two places. It takes you to the old classic cartoons and all that. Then it takes you to the 80s. That's where it takes me, to the golden age of hip hop, specifically Dana Dane.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't want to give away too much about the show and everything, but I've seen certain outfits and everything. It just took me there. You know what I mean? It took me right there. So just talk first about, how did you get involved in this production?
Yeah, well, Jamil Jew, the artistic director of True Colors, he actually asked me a year ago, and I was like, okay, Cinderella. And so when you think about Cinderella, for me, I think about the cartoon that I saw in the 5th grade. And, it made everybody soft and warm, and everybody just really loved the fairy tale. And then Brandy and Whitney came out with it back in 1997. So it was like, oh, shoot, this is like a new twist on it.
Yeah.
And so for me, when I was thinking about it further, I was like, it has to feel Black as I don't know what.
Right.
And I don't want to be in some kind of medieval place. And so for me, I wanted to time travel back to the 80s, because for me, that's when obviously I was born. But the show is paying homage to my aunt, who was both my fairy godmother and my real life Cinderella.
Oh, wow.
And so in the 80s, she was the most vibrant. She passed away a couple of years. And so I just wanted to dedicate the show to her. And just having her name was Gabrielle Lane.
Gabrielle Lane.
Yeah. And so taking it back to the 80s, but also wanted to embed it in a natural environment, because I like to walk all the time. And that's the time when I can really release my thoughts. And so in order for us to time travel, we need a sensibility to keep us really grounded.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's powerful, and it's difficult, y'all. We up here. I can speak for both of us. We're up here holding our tongue because we don't want to give no spoilers.
Yes.
Because it's so powerful. There's so much. Yeah. There's so much there, and it's cohesive. It's cohesive so much, so it's running, it's flowing together.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, just in terms of going forward a little bit to your grounding. You mentioned grounding, at Tri-Cities. What that was like for you, and I grew up in a decade where Fame, that show, I'm sure you remember Fame, with Debbie Allen and all that. It was a whole high school of just straight up, that was a thing, And then moving from California, coming to college in Georgia, and returning, reaching Atlanta, and then hearing about the mystique of Tri-Cities. That's the first time I came in contact with a local situation that was, kind of resonant of that energy. Just like everywhere you turn, you're hearing about all these beautiful things. So what was that like? What was it like just being a student?
That's so funny that you mentioned fame, because I grew up watching the TV show, and probably when I was 6 years old, I used to cut up my socks and make lead runners because I wanted to be Leroy, and I was like, that's me. And so going to Tri-Cities was the first time that I was able to like put on this Superman cape to say that it's okay for boys to actually move and to express their bodies.
Right.
And I knew when I entered Tri-Cities, I was entering people that was weird as I don't know what, just like me.
True.
And so I was like, I found my tribe.
Right.
And big props to Freddie Hendrix, who actually just won like an honorary Tony Award. He was the first person to actually bring something out of me. Like he knew that I wanted to dance, but I didn't know how to fully express that. And so I remember in the 10th grade, he actually pulled me out in the middle of a circle because we were getting ready to do a show. And he had me mirror all these crazy kind of moves. And I was like, this man is crazy. But he unlocked something in me that said that this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah, he knew how to tap into the genius.
Oh, yeah. And so from there, that's when I kind of like said, I want to be a professional dancer. I was like, if Leroy was doing it, I'm going to do it.
Right. Straight up. Okay, that's funny. I mean, I just remember that impression. I mean, of course, we heard about Outkast and I came from Tri-City, all these kind of things. And then I came into Atlanta and started teaching, and then it's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Of course, we used to beat them up all the time for Frederick Douglass High Schools, right?
Okay, Doug. Okay.
Yeah, so we used to,
Sure.
But that's an aside. You say sure? That's an aside.
Okay.
That don't sound like that's a sure.
What was crazy is my sister went to Doug.
So you remember it, but
she graduated in
92? Right.
Yeah, so I see all like the stories, but I'm always ride and die like the Tri-Cities.
For a bullfrog. I understand. I'm just talking my best, man. But I mean, seriously, so you hear about this concentration of Black talent.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What type of teachers did you encounter?
Well, definitely like, Freddie Hendrix, and then there was another one.
So he taught at Tri-Cities?
He taught at Tri-Cities.
Okay, I didn't know that.
He was a theater teacher, and then also Dawn Axon was the dance teacher. So you had two superheroes that were pulling so much out of all of us young folks. And it was Black. And like, they were teaching it in a way where it was allowing us to see ourselves and pull from things that we already do and things that we already have inside of us. And one of the core things is like really believing in yourself. And so they were really adamant about that. And yeah, I mean, like to this day, Tri-Cities is just a magical school. And to be able to just be embedded around so many beautiful Black folks was amazing. Because when I went to college at North Carolina School of the Arts, that was a culture shock for me. I was like, this is not what I'm used to. I'm here to learn tools, but professionalism and how to perform and how to be focused, I had already learned that. And so there were people like who were in college who have never experienced that. I was like, okay, well, I already know that. So what am I going to learn here? And so that's when I started to understand, like, let me figure out the tools in college, but let me not forget the core of the things that I learned when I was in high school. And that has always stuck with me. So when you see Cinderella, you're seeing an incantation of things that I've already experienced.
Right. Okay, great. So let's talk about Cinderella some more. I know that it's running until July the 5th. So we have a few more days. Are the tickets sold out, or is it still?
I think that bad boy is getting sold every night, because like you can go on there and you'll see some little spots, and then like an hour later, them spots are gone.
It was a powerful program, and I felt the vibe. It's like the difference between the Black church and the white church. You know what I mean? In the theaters, and nobody waiting for the cues to clap and everything. People just kind of feeling. My daughter said our audience was lame. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I think that was a night, like, that's the thing about live theater. You'll have some people in there who don't want to clap and they want to like really process. And then you have people who really don't know what's going on.
Right.
but like it just
some
depends.
some people don't know the etiquette, you know,
Nope,
if
nope.
they're free to
But
express themselves.
if you come to this show, you're gonna feel church, whatever audible response. If you want to do a clap, say, "Oh yeah." Mm-hmm.
There was a brother right behind us that had a laugh that was hilarious. Cause so every time he would laugh,
he was having the time of his life.
And every time you're taking me back there now. It made me laugh some more. So that was a whole nother dynamic going on in part of the theater. You know what I mean? But the show has so many dynamic young people in it. I mean, like everywhere you turn, you know. What was the casting process like?
The casting process was really fun because we just had to hire Black folks, and I think in the beginning, we had all kind of racist auditioning, but we had to let them know that this is an all Black cast.
Okay.
And it was important for me to have a chocolate Cinderella, just because
you did it.
I wanted to make sure that the young folks that are coming up now, they get to experience a fairy tale in a way that they see themselves.
Yes.
And it was important for her hair to be natural. And so all of that was really important. But like the rehearsal process after the casting is really dope because it's a big family and everybody loves each other. Like we come in and we work, and like when you work with a Black cast, you just get certain things. Like, you know, if somebody say God is good, of course everybody's gonna say all the time. You know what I mean? So it's easy, and so that reflection was revolving in the rehearsal room. And then what you see when you see the show, you're seeing excellence. And they know that every time they hit that stage, they are telling this story with the possibility of somebody walking out of the theater and learning that there is light already inside of you.
I see.
And that's the beautiful things about fairy tales, you know, and we get to put a twist on it.
Mm-hmm. Real talk. So let's get a little bit more, I don't know if the word is political for a minute. I'm interested in I want to get into your mind as an artist. What is the role that art plays from your perspective in helping to help the people of the world deal with the world, you know?
Yeah.
From a coping perspective, but also even I'm thinking also from a forging perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the one thing I learned when I was young and when I got into this art form, there was a woman who came to a show that I did. This is when I was in YEA, and she was crying after the show. And she came up to a couple of us, and I didn't understand why she was crying. But then I started realizing on my trajectory of like learning and exploring that art is medicine. And for somebody who was extremely shy growing up, I didn't know how to fully express myself. And when you start to really utilize your body, because the body always knows to count, and somebody is in need of that. Somebody is in need of that song or that particular dance move because they want to be healed. And so when I create, I am putting my full body intentions into everything because somebody's going to leave feeling like healed. And I think in the times that we live, the best medicine that you can do is sprinkle joy religiously.
Your real talk, brother. That's as resonant. Something that is that I've been reflecting a lot on. You know, it's joy is a thing that unfortunately is not so common. Like it's a common sense, you know. And you think when I think about it, you know, what is the root of some of that? You know, we're living in a society that everything about it is about division and stripping and division, you know, separation is the only lie, you know, because like Frankie Beverly said, we are one, you know what I mean? So then joy in itself, it's such a natural thing. I remember a time when coming up, that was seen to be almost like soft. Even though I gotta say, even all the gangsters I know, they got serious sense of. I mean, they're real gangsters, you know. But that's a different story. But I'm, you know, just saying in terms of just joy, just being happy, is seen to be not serious. You're not really dealing with reality. You're dealing with escapism. You know what I'm saying, and all that kind of stuff. However, I'm happy to say that, happy to report, like we would say, that the world is seeing the very tangible benefit of joy again. And then, so that's for the world. So then we talk about black joy. Black joy is black power.
Absolutely. And like, it's so funny that you said it, because I was started watching a documentary on Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way that the lead singer, Maurice, was just manifesting and had people meditate and like, let's eat the right kind of foods. Like, he already imagined a world before we even started putting down what Afrofuturism was. And so I just thought that was really profound, that he would write stuff down and he would say, well, this is what's going to happen. And it's like, manifestation is a real thing. And like, the things that you have around you, the things that we take.
They were all manifest. They were all somebody's idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, real talk. Not to cut you, but we're on the same. We're going to church. Well, we don't have too much time, but I want to play this tune and then come forward with some more. 404-523-8989 is the number. 404-523-8989 is the number. This is one of them. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, come find out about it. Here we go.
Once upon a time, Brooklyn was the scene. In the project that they call Fort Greene, there lived a young man, Cinderella's his name. To make it interesting, it's me, Dana Dane. I lived in our house with my two stepdad and two stepbrothers who treated me bad. I cooked, I cleaned, I scrubbed the floors, and I was like an errand boy running to the store. My brothers, they used to boast and brag. We've got fresh gear and you got rags. Even worse than that, to make me feel low, they gave me a straw hat while they had kangaroos. Girls used to say, dang, you're so cute, but you get snow wrapped with them polyester suits. Well, one day up the avenue, there was a man surrounded by the Fort Greene crew. He said,
hear ye, come on, the princess is having a royal ball. If you didn't rap, also dress fresh, you might win a date with the sweet princess.
Well, I ran home when I heard the news flash. I bust through the door straight to my stepdad. I said, stepdad, may I? And before I could finish, hell no, he replied, my brothers would get when they would get down. Even Pops was gaming for a piece of the crown. They flaunted, they haunted, they knew what I wanted. We can and you can, is what they taunted. They all stood there, laughing in my face. And as they walked out, they said, clean up this place. But I'm laughing in the day with that. Yes, I'm laughing in the day with that. When I struck, I hissed. They all tried to diss. I'd get them back if I had one wish. Before I could make my thought a phrase, there appeared a man from a puff of haze. He said,
what's up, Dane? My name is Herb. I'm your fairy godfather. You know it, word. Now, I came here with the main purpose of granting you your fondest wish.
I said, Herb, my man, just make me fresh. You know, I'm sure that I can handle all the rest. With a snap over things, I began to shoot, and I was up and on my body, a slick silk suit. On my feet, there was argyle socks and a fresh pair of Valley from the Valley shop. I showed him my hat, and don't you know, with a snap, the hat became a tango. Once again, his hand began to flow. Then he changed my skateboard into a Volvo. He checked me over, passed me the keys, and said,
one more thing before you leave. You must return before the stroke of 12, or you turn back into your old self.
But I'm laughing ain't a day with that. Yes, I'm laughing ain't a day with that. I jumped in the Volvo, went on my way. I got to the party about 10, I'd say.
A little something. If you know, you know. That's some of that classic vibes. Like I said, from the golden age of hip hop, you know. Dana Dane, Cinderella Dana Dane. So yeah, I it took me there immediately.
Yeah.
Took me there immediately when
that's
I saw
the whole
this.
point too, is like, you know, like you want to feel the sense of nostalgia when you come to the show, and like, you know, and it was important to put, you know, people like Salt and Pepper in the show, like Patti LaBelle, like, you know, all of those classic things that we love in the 80s.
Salt and Pepper, I mean, serious. So in our closing moments, let me put this down. I want to ask a few questions just about continuity, because I could see this show going on a world tour. What's the plans for?
Hey, your lips to God ears. I don't know what the plan is. I'm just happy that the moment is happening, that Black people are going to the theater, the community is going to the theater, young folks are seeing themselves. I have no idea. You know, I think the only thing I can say is that, you know, the people that are behind the show are going to keep just producing work, and you know, if something happens, and you know, we will just keep uplifting it and keep showing it to folks.
Yeah, well, to all whom it may concern out there, Cinderella needs to be on the world stage.
Hey.
So make it happen. Make it happen. Holler at our brother who's in the studio with us, Brother Jewel Lane. He can help you make it happen. When you think of YEA, and I think of even your cast, because when you mentioned, you know, the energy that y'all share, it's very clear on stage, you know, like it's a family vibe going on. You know what I mean? Relatively, how many people in the cast?
It's about like what, 18?
Okay, yeah, I'd say about 20. So yeah, I mean, you know, a good sized cast, and it just, you can feel the cohesiveness.
Oh, yes.
My question is, starting with YEA, do y'all have reunions, or do y'all get together and keep that going?
We actually do. We're actually having a talk back this Saturday after the show, where Freddie Hendricks is going to be a part of the talk back right after the show. One, like, just to like honor him, but just give the opportunity for like former YEA and Tri-City students just to be in conversation with him. Yep.
True. Well, that's what's up. 404-523-8989 is the number. 404-523-8989. We got another special guest coming in a moment. Here with our brother Jewel Lane. Any, now I want to say parting words, closing words, all of those seem so lame, but you know what I'm saying. Any words that you want to leave the family with?
You know, if you have a moment, go to truecolorstheater.org, look up Cinderella, get those tickets. And then just also just be mindful. And I think the thing about the show is just to continue to just know that what you have inside of you is already important and it's already enough.
I see. Word to the wise. We gotta have you back, brother, and talk some more about your work in general, because the role of I think of Paul Robeson and James Baldwin, they all talked about the role of the artist. And those words that they uttered seem eternal. And if not eternal, they're definitely still relevant, you know, because, you know, art is something that ultimately links us with the Creator, because it's creation, you know, it's a creative expression, and when it's done with intention and, you know, a lot of thoughtfulness and a lot of, you know, flair and flavor and all the stuff we come with. Oh man, yeah, hats off, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So again, what's the website where people can get?
truecolorstheater.org. And then you can get their Instagram. And if you want to see what I'm doing in these streets, you can follow me at Jewel D Lane. That's JUELDLANE. That's my name on all social.
Okay. And also, I'm putting this in the chat for those who are joining us on the social media and everything. So yeah, man. Well, give thing. JUELDLANE. All right.
Yep.
So they can get with you and see what the word is in general. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Looking forward to some more productions, you know.
Sure.
And we pray that this one it should need to get extended or something. Y'all already know what it is. You see, the thing about it is the voice of the people is the voice of God, you know. So, and this is a part of what art does, is bring us to a point, you know, just like some things Dick Gregory was talking about what repression does. One time, you know, repression actually brings out something in you. Sometimes, you know, Marcus Garvey said, you know, you don't know yourself till you're back against the wall. All these things remind me of the fact that the human experience is about liberation, and that so anything along the way is going to either compel you to get free or try to keep you from being, you know, that's the whole thing, you know. So the beautiful gift of art is something that we can't ignore. As a matter of fact, we got to big it up more and more. Brother Jewel Lane, thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
This is WRFG. We're still in our fund drive, y'all. FUN and FUND. All right, FUN and FUND. Our sister Dorinda is up here, and she's really ready to take the call right now. So keep her working. Y'all know what time it is. Keep her working. 404-523-8989. If you don't want to make a call or you can't make the call right now, but you can be on your phone, your smartphone, you're on your computer, just check out wrfg.org. wrfg.org. You'll get all the options for pledges. You'll get all the options for the various ways that you can pay right away. There's Cash App, WRFG893. And if you do want to support this program in particular, just let them know what program you're supporting. But WRFG893, $ WRFG893 is the Cash App. WRFG.org/donate and choose Zephy. Zephy covers 100% of the merchant processing fee. That means you won't get any extra fee. Everything will go to the radio. And y'all see what the radio is about, don't you? Y'all feel what the radio is about. Big time business. See, 404-523-8989. Stay tuned. Artemis,
I'm not the sort of person who falls in and quickly out of love. But to you, I give my affection right from the start. If I have a lover who loves me, how can I break such a heart? But you can get my attention right from the start. How could you come here when you know I got troubles enough? How could you call me when you know I can't answer the phone? Make me lie when I don't want to. Make someone else some kind of unknowing fool. Make me stay when I should not. Are you so strong or is the weakness in me? Why do you come here and pretend to be just passing by when I mean to see you? I mean to hold you tightly, baby. Yeah. Feeling guilty, worried, waking from tormented sleep. This old love got me bound, but this new love cuts deep. If I choose now, I lose out. 'Cause one of you had to fall. 'Cause I need you, you. Why do you come here when you know I got troubles enough? Why do you call me when you know I can't answer the phone? Make me lie when I don't want to. Make someone else some kind of unknowing fool.
Etana on the case.
When I should not. You're so strong.
Boy, I tell you, what a tune. What a tune. 404-523-8989. Music of life. Stay tuned to yourself at all times. 404-523-8989. Reaching out.
Now this one is dedicated to all the brethren in that CD tree. Yeah.
404-523-8989.
Right now, down in the HMP, the judge made a reservation.
Yes! Holland put it. I had to send this one out to some of our most loyal listeners. The sisters and the brothers who are incarcerated behind prison walls who can hear our sound. Especially the people them in Club Fed. When I play this tune, I think of Baba Mutulu Shakur of blessed memory, who was here, incarcerated for many years, and they used to organize a whole crew of ones, send in the $5 and $10 and make up a good bundle to send to the station, because we are the lifeline for so many people in so many walks of life. Big up yourself.
Now this one is dedicated to all the brethren in that CD tree. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, right now. Down in the HMP, the judge made a reservation in the penthouse suite, overlooking Caledonian Road Station. Room service with a wake-up call. Every morning on the dot about 8 o'clock, and if a guy rebel the system, whistle blow, bell ring, say one gonna block. I'm a nice place to visit, I'm a nice place to stay. Hey, I'm a nice place to visit, I'm a nice place to stay. Yeah, say I'm a nice place to visit, I'm a nice place to stay. Yeah, now, say I'm a nice place to visit. Don't in a HMP. Every man to get on a story. With every man that convicted. Down in the belly of the beast, them have the whole away. Now Mr. Governor, the landlord. Now he is the one with the second keys. He knows your destiny. Determined shot a long-term tenancy. Say I'm a nice place to visit, I'm a nice place to stay. Hey, I'm a nice place to visit, I'm a nice place to stay. Say I'm a nice place to visit, I'm a nice place to stay. No way. Say I'm a nice place to visit, I'm a nice place to stay.
It's all free them all. Free them all. Free all the prisoners. Set the prisoners free. Especially the prisoners of war, political prisoners. You have societies in the world, in world history, in our human history, never had prison. They didn't have a name for prison. Why is that? Let's get to the root of it. It's not something about glossing over whatever we want to feel is the reality. Not about ignoring the things that happen and the imbalances. It's about really getting to the root of the imbalances. 404-523-8989 is the number. In the phone line with us, in the studio with us, like I said, special guest again. Atlanta has so much happening in this beautiful time, and we are here to make you aware of that. That's what the station is all about. 41 minutes past the hour, that means it's 19 minutes until we got to get out of here and make way for the next program. Our sisters are going to come in as they always do, banging. I'm very happy to have a brother that I've known kind of like in the periphery for a good while now. I definitely know his family. His family is family, so we're from the same family in essence, in many different ways. Brother Artemis Jenkins is joining us this afternoon. What's up, man? How you feel, man?
Feeling pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Give thanks. Thank you for coming through. Sure. So, From Afrique with Love.
Yes.
From Afrique with Love. I love the title. It takes me to Sidney Poitier for some reason, to Sir with Love. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about From Afrique with Love.
Okay. So, From Afrique with Love is a photo exhibition that I currently have up. It's located in Castleberry, the Castleberry Hill neighborhood,
okay.
Less than a mile away from all the World Cup happenings. And the gallery is called Old Rabbit Gallery. It's independently run, artist-led space, part of 4 other spaces known as the Walker and Peters Project. So I came up with the title for this exhibit. Maybe back in 2019, I was over in West Africa visiting 3 countries during the year of the return. And while I was in Guinea, I was on this beach and I took this photo of just these 2 brothers having a nice moment together. And then it just made me start thinking about all the images that I had been getting. It felt like, fine art postcards. So I was just thinking of like those kind of touristy type images that just maybe say something simple like from such and such place. And typically you wouldn't see those types of postcards like from Africa.
Right. From Africa, all you're seeing is a donation box or something, right? USA for Africa and Bang Belly Babies and all that kind of stuff. So obviously you experienced something different.
Yeah, I experienced the real, and the reality has both sides. I think that's the point. Even when you are talking about love, like love isn't one-sided. So yeah, for me, I always have a warm experience.
True.
But from visiting so many times in the past, what was it? Not the past, but 2019 to 2024, I had a wide range of experiences. So some of them were like, really just fun and I guess whatever we think they're going to be. And some of them was pretty rough.
What was the thing that maybe if you can single out one or two experiences that really blew your mind in terms of surprise, maybe completely refuted a narrative you had in your head about the continent?
It's hard to have a narrative that needed refuting when you have a good sense of self going into it.
So basically, he's saying, ain't new to this. We true to this. So you didn't have to reprogram your mind about Africa.
I mean, I'll tell a story. That I guess goes really far back. Like when I was 6, my grandfather, Artemis Jenkins, he came to pick me up. He used to come. We do road trips or whatever. True. And I had a bomber jacket somebody bought me, and it had an American flag on it. And he looked at it, and he was like, "We gotta take that off. Put the African flag on it." So at the time,
I can see Baba Ahmed say that.
I was like, I don't want to be African because
Right.
So, but over time, I guess since I've been 6, I have been dealing with the refuting of narratives.
True. So there was nothing, even I'm not just like the whole dark continent or anything, but there was nothing that really that surprised you.
What surprises me is how willing leaders are to allow someone else to lead them and tell them what to do, for their people.
Good Lord.
So being over there and like just being in it and seeing like how retarded everything is, while Black people are in charge.
Right.
Yeah. Because a lot of people think it's going to be, we're going to go back and we're just going to have our way.
Right.
But it's not just like that.
Man, you're saying a whole mouthful there, brother. You're talking about present reality as well, because the truth of the matter, from the time of the 60s when the rallying cry was power to the people. Then Imam Jamil, of blessed memory, he even advanced it to say the power is in the people.
Yeah.
All of this saying that it's speaking to what I'm hearing in that statement, the underlying reality is like, this don't make no sense in terms of potential versus reality, it don't make no sense because we got everything we need.
Right.
So give thanks for, examples that are now at the forefront of world politics that are showing us, okay, not everybody is asleep. Yeah. Some people do realize our resources, the resources and the worth of our resources, starting with ourselves, and are willing to defend that and to nurture it too, by any means. Artemis Jenkins is with us for a few moments, and the name of his show, his photo exhibit, is From Afrique with Love. The phone number up here is 404-523-8899. What's up with y'all? The phones have got silent. I know y'all still making your donations online, WRFG.org. Again, WRFG.org/donate, as well as Cash App, $WRFG893. Also, PayPal, office@WRFG.org. So any which way, you can walk in your donation to the station during business hours. You can mail a check to 1083 Austin Avenue, Northeast Atlanta, Georgia, 30307. So many different ways that you can link up with us and support. As Dr. Nana Fukia would say, Simba Simbi, hold up that which holds you up. Hold up that which holds you up. So stay tuned to yourself. From Afrique with Love, we're going to be more, we're going to be forward with some more. We want to get some more information about the program. Maybe I think I get the idea that Brother Artemis has some opportunities for even more participation beyond viewing, just viewing the pictures, which is a beautiful thing by itself. So we're going to take care of that on the other side of this. This happened to be a musical disc to make it bounce and twist, played under the moonlight or the sunlight mist. Yes. Public service announcement. Listen good.
That shed innocent blood of our people. Oh yeah. Jah shall clean out the bad deeds, yeah, and separate them from the good, cause the day of harvest is near. Jah shall clean out the bad weeds, yeah, and separate them from the good, cause the day of harvest is near. Whoa, 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 whoa. Woe be unto those that say they of Israel, and they are not. Woe be unto those that say they're Jews, and they are not. Cause they shall be cast away like the chaff that the wind driven away. I say, oh yeah, oh well. Jah shall clean out the bad weeds, yeah, and separate them from the good, cause the day of harvest is near. Whoa, 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 oh. Jah shall clean out the bad weeds, yes, and separate them from the good, cause the day of harvest is near. Whoa, 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 oh. Get to the black and white oppressors who have oppressed the children innocently. Oh yes, I say, I show my word without partiality. Listen to God, let it fall and let it fall. Let Babylon fall. Jah shall clean out the bad weeds, yeah, and separate them from the good, cause the day of harvest is near. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jah shall clean out the bad weeds, yeah, and separate them from the good, cause the day of harvest is near. Whoa, 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 well, whoa, whoa.
A word to why it should be sufficient. Harvest time coming from Don Carlo.
Those that say they're Israel, and they are not.
Man say, woe be unto them that say they are of Israel and are not, you know. This is a serious situation that continues to happen in the world, and we are grateful for a generation of artists and activists, and I use that word activist in every sense of the word. People who are active and getting activated towards a really clear goal, you know, which are bringing that reality to an end, this parasitic reality. I want to send much love to the family over there, Intuitive Mamas Botanical. We're talking about parasites. Also, Dr. B. Serious, who was scheduled to be here today, and we rescheduled it. He has a new book called What's Eating You. But Intuitive Mamas Botanicals is getting ready to have their summer parasite cleanse, a 30-day experience that is a serious thing. And we've had them here before. They sent me a message, and I wanted to make sure the community is aware of that, because this is something that is good for the order, for real. In the studio with us, our brother Artemis Jenkins from Afrique with Love. I was trying to pull up some of the pictures you sent me, but I wasn't able to, just so people can see what I'm seeing, you know, just in terms of, but you know, it's good to use imagination. So maybe that's a good thing. I mean, people on the radio anyway, that's all they can use is their imagination with the visuals. Okay, well, let's talk about that. That's what we want to talk about, straight up. So tell us more about the logistics of how we can get with the exhibit.
So today, I have gallery hours from 4 to 8. So as soon as we get up out of here, I'm gonna get up over there. But all throughout the week, we have about a week and a half left. So Wednesday through Sundays are when I'm there. Mondays and Tuesdays are appointment days. But typically in the late afternoon. So Wednesdays is 6 to 9, Thursday, Friday, 4 to 8 p.m. Saturdays, going like 1 to 8.
Okay.
But
where is the gallery located again?
In Castleberry Hill. Old Rabbit Gallery is the name.
Old Rabbit?
Yes, Old Rabbit.
Okay. Like Bugs Bunny. Not like Bugs Bunny, but a rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 309A Peter Street.
Okay.
Is the address.
Put that in the chat. All right. 309A.
Yeah. And aside from that, we're starting a week of programming next week called the Global Citizens Exchange. A couple days, starting on the 1st, going through the 7th, because many opportunities to come in and see something We're going to be doing an artist talk. We're going to have some DJs spinning. We got a garage in the back of the gallery, so we're going to have some street level marketplace type vibes, just real casual. Don't be scared of the art. I know a lot of people tend to think that art isn't for them, but it is. Public art is, the art world. It's public before it becomes whatever I guess everybody thinks it is.
You say there's people that think that art's not for them?
Seem like it. Just even when I'm sitting in the gallery and I watch people walk by, obviously interested, but they won't walk in.
Don't feel it's appropriate.
Ask the question.
Want to know what's the? I feel you. But thank you for making that sound, and doing what you're doing, because that in itself is bringing people, is healing that energy, that frequency, that separation we were talking about earlier, which is very unnatural.
Yeah.
Amen. Give thanks. So it's at the Old Rabbit Gallery, 309 Peter Street. And you said starting this Friday, you'll have some.
Starting next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm gonna still be in there just general gallery hours,
Okay.
like I'm recording content, and doing admin stuff.
True.
A whole lot go into these exhibits.
Right.
Next week specifically focused on sharing information, exchange. Like as I mentioned, that program is all part of a bundle of programs called the Global Citizens Exchange.
Love. And again, this specific exhibit is featuring pictures you took on the continent.
Yeah, it's a dual narrative. So it's myself and another photographer by the name of Nayusi and Wesley. She's from DC. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
So the both of us were there in 2019, and we get to see our unique perspectives. We didn't plan it that way.
It just happened that way. Yeah. Organic vibes. Brother Artemis Jenkins, thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
I want to thank y'all for joining us. I want to thank Sister Dovinda. Is it Dovina? Dorinda, for coming into the studio. Pardon me for messing up your name again. And helping us with the phones. I want to thank those of you who made your pledges and those of you who are contemplating it. Those of you who have still not decided to just pick up the phone right now or to tap in at wrfg.org. I want to thank you for letting wisdom be your compass. We are living in a time still of fascism. Artemis Jenkins mentioned his grandfather, Baba Ahmed Obafemi. That family is deeply steeped in the history of WRFG at Radio Free Grills. Earlier, we played a tribute that we did to Mama and Jerry called Mama Come Home. Mama and Jerry was part of the programming in a song, a show called What Good Is a Song, hosted by Baba Bilal Sunni Ali and Iya Fulani Sunni Ali. And Artemis comes from that stock, and we're grateful to see the generational wealth. So just keep doing what you're doing, brother. We know you ain't got no choice in the matter, but just keep doing it.
Can't quit if I want to.
Man, you know what I'm saying? 404-523-8988. Stay tuned to yourself, y'all. Y'all be well.
Down by the sea, down by the boat, down by the sea. Zoogie zoom, zoogie zoom, zoogie zoom, zoogie zoom, zoogie zoom, zoom. Taxi cabs are passing, they be going down by the beach. There's a sexy little girl waiting down there for me. Down by the boardwalk, down by the sea. Got a blanket on my baby, waiting there for me.
I was just going around the yard work. Before I got here, I came here like that. You came here like that. I don't know how to tell you this, brother.
I got this little girl and me, we used to be.
Showers are not illegal.
Down by the boardwalk, down by the sea.
That's what you be telling me.
Got a blanket on my baby, a sunshine, blue skies, we'll be there all of the while. We'll be kissing, we'll be loving, bringing back memories, about the good times that we and she used to share. Down by the boardwalk, down by the sea, down by the boardwalk, down by the sea. Alright, so zooby zoom, zooby zoom, well, oh my baby, experience the time. Let's sit down, relax, and ease our mind. Cause we'll be making love until the night comes down. Down by the boardwalk, down by the sea. Yeah. Got a blanket on my baby, waiting there, baby. Yes, down by the boardwalk, down by the sea. Alright, taxi cabs are passing, baby going down by the beach. No, and there's a sexy little girl waiting down there for me. Down by the boardwalk, down by the sea. Well, the blanket on my baby.